mother and father is gone. I'm sure they're looking down on us now and smiling.
I'm telling you, it's true.
Speak with Otto. Not Apocalypse. Otto, not Apocalypse. We should do some hunts today.
We're seeing troops amass at every border crossing.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something? Just spreading the word. So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Hey, Leku.
You ain't told everyone.
Hope you're doing well, Leku.
Back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid.
I'm enjoying it. It's been great. It's been a good mental relief from the burden of Kafhime knowledge for the last 2 months.
And I will.
Well,
and
be sure
you know,
to take me
just...
with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
It's been nice to get my mind off of that.
I'll suggest it.
I woke up yesterday, I was like, I don't feel the burden of Kafhime at all. Before we talk to Mid, I think I'm gonna do at least one hunt. Should do at least one hunt. But yeah, I just feel like at this point, a lot of the Kafhime stuff isn't that inspiring anymore. Like, apart from everything that's already out there, and everything that Meadows is writing, which I'm basically just waiting for Meadows to finish her fanfiction, and then I'm pretty much graduated from Kafhime. Angel of Death! Clairview Sambrek. I just need a mental break from Kafhime. Clairview. Southern Sandbreak. Clairview. We'll do this hunt, we'll pick up these side quests, and then we'll talk to Mid. I'm guessing we need to go this way.
Pilger's nice and chilled.
Look at this place.
I figure though, as far as Kafhime content goes, I think there's plenty of fan art, even just for the existing fan fictions, that I could draw.
Safe.
I just want to punch that thing. Yeah, I don't know about 6.8 being the break, but I think 6.8, I'll definitely want to get the art books. I'm even considering like maybe reactivating the old account just to get 2 art books. And then after that, just super take it easy. Like even this week, I've been just barely logging in. Oh, I think that's our target right there. I've just been barely logging in to get my stuff. They're on a leash. This is our Angel of Death. I just had to wait for cooldowns to come back. I need to move my coffee mug. I'm about to knock over my coffee. Yeah, the current story is not really doing it for me either. I do want to finish the current chapter though. I do feel like the current chapter does... I saw a little bit from Hikari's stream and I feel like it does do some of the things that I was complaining about before.
Well.
Oh, she had them.
I will.
They were just, you know, very feathery.
That's better.
They were very feathery. Yeah, I in retrospect, there was an aspect of, you know, the fandom that it really did feel like when you were chasing a spiritual high in a religious context, for better or worse. Am I I'm technically in combat right now. I can't change gear. I need to switch out my gear because so Berserker Ring is really fun. But what I really want to go back to is farming. I need to farm. I gotta farm ability points. Reduces gouge cooldown? Oh, that's cool. Wages of Warcraft. Raildev was here the other day. He's like, the wages of Warcraft is not enough to live off of. Because he used to work on World of Warcraft.
Good day to you.
Yesterday, I woke up at 6 p.m. and I was like, dude, I'm so tired. I went back and fell back asleep and slept until 9 p.m. But last night, you know, as I was doing stuff throughout the night, like, I did get a mini nap in.
Clive, your timing
So that
is
was good.
exquisite as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy rustling.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by...
All right.
For great justice, send out every Zig. Send out every Clive.
And see what the people of the village have to say.
For great
I better
justice.
find out if this is just nerves.
Do you remember this meme,
or something
Lecky?
we need to take more seriously.
All your base are belong to us. All your base. For great justice, send out every Zig.
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy...
I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard.
All right.
Hey, Benjus. What's up? What you been up to today, Benjus? By the way, chat, Patreon is soft launched. Right now, I'm mostly doing the public sketch dumps. So, all the art that we do, I will be doing consolidated art posts. And there will occasionally be NSFW sketches as well.
Do you have a moment?
Not in was
But it's less smut than I thought I was gonna be trying.
Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal?
New patch on
Shall we go
PGR.
investigate?
Nice. Hey, I actually remembered to do Blue Archive dailies. So I've been grinding a little bit of that on my phone. I do need to catch up on Honkai's story. I need to finish the Kira event.
You there.
Fuck! He's seen us.
The
Get
black,
them before they escape.
the black guards, the black shields.
Black Shields. Here. What the hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn. All that matters to us is that you don't leave here alive.
It's nothing fancy right now as far as the NSFW goes. My NSFW is very unpolished. It's all like loose, dirty sketches.
Why were they here? Are they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
But hopefully I'll be able to iterate and evolve that type of content. But yeah, I'm thinking about making Patreon the main social media to post to. And here's the funny part, right? I posted a poll on YouTube asking what people are still using. And it made me realize that Patreon and Ko-fi are actually really, really good. Like, even if you just made an account and you just followed a bunch of your favorite artists, the people who know how to run a really good Patreon, they will do regular public posts. And that's something that I've observed. Now, not everybody does it. Not everybody knows how to run a good Patreon.
Clive, how goes the hunt
I signed up for
sinister figures?
2 or 3
I found some
Patreons
black shields
in the
hiding
last
near Lorbert's Pass.
3
They're
months,
gone now.
partly because of the
Black
Kafhime
shields.
stuff, just to see.
The Empress's former bloodhounds.
And it's
So they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and
it's
those
very
I care for.
clear to me, like,
And it would appear
some
the
of
pack
them
has
are
finally
starting their
caught the scent of
Patreons
its
and
prey.
they don't have
Damn it
an
all.
idea what they really want to do. They're
I'd
mostly
hoped I would
doing
have
it,
more
like
time
running
than
it as a
this.
tip jar.
More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The Emperor?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lost Wing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it.
Hell yeah.
And fight it I did in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And
Yeah,
throughout,
I completely
it was the
understand
Lord
that,
Chief
Benjis.
Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
And then he betrayed
So
you.
what changed?
He betrayed me.
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport.
Oh, fuck no.
I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade.
He too shall
A
pay.
means of ridding himself of his rivals. A mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my
This is what I'm talking about. The side quest goes so hard in this
faced
game.
No punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him. And slit their
This side
throats
quest
myself.
goes so hard.
The man himself proved an
What
altogether more
the
difficult
heck?
target. With money and power come protection. And so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lost Wing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
And everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice.
Just send me. I'll do it.
Our
I'll put him down
wounds
for you.
Are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion.
Dude,
We
this
know where
side
he
quest
hides,
goes
how
so
numerous
freaking
and
hard.
well-trained his
I
guard.
want a piece
What
of
we
this
did not
action.
know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin,
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
That's it. Let me in. Let me in, Quentin. Let me in. Save me a pound of flesh. Why is Netflix making another live-action Avatar?
Going to change his mind.
There's a good chance they'll do better than the other film. Than the previous live-action film. No War for Us, I know. Maybe we only get to find out afterwards, after the next chapter. So, regarding a person's work is like, I've supported Patreons where I really like the person's work, but they were so shit at updating their Patreon that I was like, all right, I'm unsubbing. You know, like there were illustrators who like they updated once every 3 months. That doesn't feel good. Artists who also don't do like bundled uploads or you know monthly digests, so like then I'll unsub.
A bakery that's now short one pair of hands.
Some of those would be like I'll maybe resub, download a bunch of the images and then unsub.
Please.
Yeah,
Will you see if you can find him?
You can tell some people just like they just see it as like, oh, it's kind of like a tip jar, but not sure what they don't know how to run a effective Patreon campaign, you know. But then you have ones that are like really good, where like they'll have bi-weekly or like every 2 weeks they'll have like a small update. Every month they'll have like a public newsletter. You know, every month they'll send out a zip file download, either through Dropbox or like a Gumroad code, you know. PSD files, MP4, like processed videos, like you can tell who actually gives a damn and who doesn't.
Oh, where did all the men of the rock go? Probably ran out.
Lights and pots!
And that's more or less a lot of the business side of Patreon that I feel like I want to make sure I keep in mind and pay attention to. So, for me, Twitter, like as much as I've had fun with Twitter over the last few years and so, Twitter is kind of dead for me now.
Straight home now.
Because Elon Musk killed TweetDeck. He's making TweetDeck pay to win, but in addition to TweetDeck being pay to win,
so come, let us feast on your flesh. Your feasting days are over.
what?
Nice try. Nice try.
Is there a way I could teleport out? I can't take this guy yet. Hey, Dark Souls. Yeah, so the really bad part about TweetDeck going pay to win is that they gimped TweetDeck's functionality before they even made this change. So right now, this month, TweetDeck is on free preview, and then after the end of this month, it goes to Twitter Blue. But they completely gimped TweetDeck before they did this. So what TweetDeck allowed you to do
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
was actually
It'd better all be a,
you could manage
find a
3
better price
accounts
than
or
that.
more
You're rubbing me
from the
blind,
same
you know.
interface,
It'd better all
which
be
is awesome, right? I can control 3 accounts from one interface. And now TweetDeck requires you to manually switch accounts, like completely switch accounts. So does that mean I would need Twitter Blue for all 3? That's disgusting. You know?
So would it be?
Completely disgusting. Why would I do such a thing?
Not bad, if I do say so myself. And?
Alright, try again. See if we can fight this guy again this time. Is Twitter Blue there? Yeah, it is definitely their premium model, and is also the one that people are really upset about ever since Elon took over.
Too slow.
Slow, but effective. Slow and steady. Just stand back and keep shooting.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh boy. Flashy new Spellblade playstyle. I was watching Max do this. Part of it was, so Rail Dev came in yesterday and was like, "Oh yeah, if you do the lightning rod while they're staggered, you can juice your damage." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll give that a try." But yesterday when we were doing it, or the day before yesterday rather, we were dropping the lightning rod and then we were dumping alts. Now alts are really, really slow in terms of wind up animation and cooldown time.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
Oh, yeah, don't talk about it. Yeah, Tuesday night we couldn't finish Heroic Sarth.
Certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in.
Like Grismago said, we had cleared it, but we don't have it on farm yet.
Now look at her.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling. She was the only thing that could. Now she's gone. What am I supposed to do?
Perhaps you could express yourself in your work.
Recapture it? You know, I have to get back to the bakery.
Wait.
I hated the
Suppose you
Mother
won't be
Crystal.
needing an escort then.
I hated the Mother Crystal. Mid, the daughter of Sid. Yeah, the Desert Assassins in this game, they always have that one poison breath, which is why I never want to stay too close, and I'm always trying to strafe to the side.
Ah, though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too, huh?
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steepled peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all. And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks,
He should
I'd
stuff it with
certainly say
meat
you're
instead of
onto
crystals.
something.
Although, as a sweet pastry, if it was like sugar
Not
crystals,
only is my apprentice back, but he's finally
that would
pulling
be
his
sick.
weight. With any luck.
And congrats on
might
Double
even
S
have the
Kira.
new
I think
delicacy in
I'm
my hands.
close. Soon as I finish
don't
the
know how you
event,
did
I
it,
should be able to buy
but
some
you
stuff
have
from the
my
shop.
thanks.
Maybe not this week. Maybe next week for me. I might have to wait till Monday to reset. Oh, did I buy the Kira fragments from the shop yet? I'll need to double check when we load in later.
Now, Dusan, I know you're king, but do you have to use the good salt? Leave some for the rest of us.
Yeah, you should be using sugar
Sorry.
crystals, not
Yes,
salt
they're quite
crystals.
sought after.
Alright. Now that we have our 2 side quests complete, let's go back here. And we actually got 2 hunts done. One of them was unintentional hunt. but pretty good.
I'm telling you, it's true.
We're seeing troops amassing at every corner.
Yeah, somehow we got this guy down. That's cool. Belphegor. Belphegor. Broken Hilt. Rosaria. Okay, we should do this one because it's in our homeland, right? Broken Hilt. Broken Hilt is over here. You should. I mean, what else do you have to farm? Should definitely farm 3S Kiro. Dude, the whole East Pool scene was like just really tragic. Alright, somewhere in here. I wonder if I have to go to this spot. Haven't even finished VQ. VQ was worth it though, in my opinion. Even for not having her gear. I wonder if on the stagger we do a proper like full charge wind up into Raging Fists. And then we only use Gouge to break down the stagger meter. Belphegor, bleh. Bleh.
A wild one. Immersaria.
Awakened winds!
That's so annoying. Like, you can't Phoenix shift past the fire.
Thanks, boy.
Too slow.
Hope there aren't any more of them.
I'm still taking a lot of unnecessary damage. Unfortunate. But the strategy of using wind up to open with before doing Raging Fist definitely seems to be working. I probably could have gotten more chip damage if I wasn't running this. Let me see here. What are my... One thing that is a little bit unfortunate is you can't have loadouts of abilities. So, like, basically you would have to, in order to completely change up your playstyle, you would have to reset a bunch of stuff. And, you know, go back and you know, unlearn, relearn. You basically, it's like doing talent tree resets. Ability tree resets. Ability resets. $2,000. Oh. I'll master gouge so that I can break shields faster, and then I need to master wind up so I can do big punching. Are we molding at boss trials? Not trials. We were just doing hunts. I think trials is later on. What's my progress? It looks long. Yeah, I'm maybe almost at the halfway point.
It's true.
I think. I might be a little bit past halfway. I don't know what the halfway mark is though. Like when Hideaway fell, that still felt like pre-halfway, but maybe Hugo fight would be like the halfway marker. Yeah. What's my total runtime right now? I'm 20 some hours in, I think. 30 hours in, maybe. But I've been doing side quests. Hold on. Level 3. Oh, I'm only 10 hours in. 12 hours in with side quests.
Crack the crystal too.
Oh, I forget. I'm not supposed to go this way.
I went up to give some breeze to the chocobo.
Worst RP. I haven't played God of War. God of War 2018. I still haven't put it in the PS5.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
I mean, it's definitely a fun game. I think the deviation from the traditional Final Fantasy formula is all right. Let's come. So the last modern Final Fantasy I played would have been like what, 13? I guess we could kind of compare it against Final Fantasy VII Remake, right? Because Remake was probably the most recent one under this modern style. The combat definitely is more fluid than Remakes. But Remakes felt more like Kingdom Heartsy, I guess. Does that make sense? I don't know. This one does feel fluid like Kingdom Hearts as well. What combat was in 15? Something similar to this. 15 was also very action oriented. I have 15 installed, but I never played it. I remember watching JP's playthrough. Stranger seemed just action. The one thing that I felt like when I was watching a lot of the Strangers of Paradise playthroughs was that Strangers of Paradise really did feel like every action bit was like, you know, you had more you had more hit stop. Oh, ad starting soon. I'll read this, or I'll reread a bunch of the stuff I'm typing out after ads are over. Hikari, welcome Raiders. You guys got here just as ads are ending. Perfect. So, my 12-hour in review of Final Fantasy 16. I'm enjoying the game. It is wide linear, so not a true open world map. Combat's pretty fun, but, you know, in the early game, your combat options are a little bit more limited, so it's a little bit more of a skill check in the early game. And as you get more abilities and stuff in the later game, you get more tools to, like, tailor your experience. Have a good one, Ellison. Thanks for stopping in. So far in the game, we've defeated Titan. So I am maybe halfway. Maybe I'm halfway right now. Combat is still kind of rough for me in terms of, like, sometimes the dodge timings really throw me off, or the dodge and block or parry timings, just none of it feels intuitive. or the times that I think I'm supposed to dodge, I'm either dodging too early or I'm dodging too late. And a lot of that is probably because of, like, Honkai 3rd muscle memory, where, like, what I think is the dodge window versus what is actually the dodge window throws me off quite a bit still. But now that I have Berserker Ring, it actually does feel like when I get a perfect dodge, it feels like I get the time fracture. And I get rewarded for the perfect dodge. But up until I got the Berserker Ring, perfect dodges just did not feel that good. Like, the counterattack window was very short and all that, so... But things are different now.
If I don't come up with something soon.
But yeah, it's not true open world. You know, you have map segments.
Alright, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise.
That's a Final Fantasy IV reference, which is actually a Star Trek reference.
Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts making. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
So, I did like, for the most part, the side quests in this game. Like I was saying earlier, like, the side quests go hard. Some of them are kind of like lame fetch quests, but a lot of the dialogue before and after, even the simple fetch quests, most of them I would say felt very rewarding. For example, right, like the quest to unlock chocobo riding comes from a side quest. But it was really cool because it's like, oh, you find out it's the chocobo from the beginning of the game that you thought died in the battle, but actually survived. The chocobo riding does feel very Witcher-esque.
Out with it.
It's for me.
This might go on then.
She said you.
Krieger's teats.
Grigor's teats.
Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make, and I'll need it. Gavanotto.
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in yet, still. If that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave.
And,
Take a look at it. It's this plating. The usual sword grade steel won't work. That means an alloy, which is where you lot come in. I need materials. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply.
Well, one of us should probably give you an anchor.
and the other can go and get the
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where. You going up? Which one of these?
Does it matter who goes with who? Oh. Chat. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to end stream in about 45 minutes. I have my coaching session for later today, for life coaching. So, let me look up this quest real quick to see what the consequence is. Does it matter? Doesn't really matter. What does Gamer Rant say? Game Rant. Bad gateway. Okay, we can't. Should you choose? Oh, come on. I guess we could hang out with Otto, because we never get to really meet with Otto. I feel like Gav we spent a lot of time with already.
Otto, you're with me.
All right, then. Where do we find this Stardust, and how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Valcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sack loads of the stuff. Might be worth our importers and the Dalimil Inn. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
you two take care, eh? I'll go and see the supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
Oh, if I have to end stream, then when we
He's
come back for
Blackthorn's
art
mate.
stream, we can just do it downstairs.
Isn't he?
Best of luck.
Yeah. Oh, back to the desert. I don't want to go back to the desert. The desert sucks. Wait, Otto's not even here.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Otto?
Yeah, where's Otto?
Let's go. straight home now. Otto.
Oh, I had a quick scout about. Seems it's just lying here, waiting for it.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted.
I get the feeling we might need to fight something. Oh. What was it that flew overhead?
Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. Should be enough for now.
Sick
See how Otto's getting on.
Sick Torgal.
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining. Much. Here, Clive. Do you fancy a walk? Sid would be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoiled little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. But 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Yo, give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did. About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its toll on the old pins.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Torgal.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and do it again sometime, huh?
I'll make a start on putting this. It'll take some time.
Thank you, Blackthorn.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
Mid hasn't been
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Why would anyone want to do that?
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that
Excellent.
So,
The helm for this will be repurposed.
salvage from the ruins.
Ah, but
I'm sorry.
just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exact. What's the name back there? I'll give you all detail.
What's her name?
What's her name?
Oh, Sid.
Yes.
Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. Excess heat now. In other words, this is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of
Thermophilic.
heat far above anything we... And not only that, they're also... Why?
You can stop there. Mid, where would I find...
Ah, yes. It's...
I see. Would that help?
Oh, I'll gather my...
Lost Wings going to war.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Yeah, they're setting up for war. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. I hate navigating through this spot. I think that's one thing that they maybe could do is like have a map in the corner.
Ready? We leave at once.
Because that's what they had in Final Fantasy 12, and that made navigating much easier. Yeah.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Ready, go?
Yeah!
Oh, I forgot to stock up on potions and stuff. Oh, I might run into some... That might be a problem here.
You deserve a rest.
Oh, that he...
Of course. Anybody home?
Not one of
Unwanted
these.
visitor.
These
Time to
things
go.
are also hella annoying.
Too slow. Nice try.
I messed up the wind up hold. Sometimes I buffer the input and then I forget to keep holding.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have.
Indeed.
All right.
So I ended up knowing kind of how to fight one of those because of the one hunt that we had to do early on. The tricky thing is that the Doom counter, so that type of enemy traditionally in Final Fantasy games has a Doom ability where like you just outright die. But it was cool in this game is that they reinterpreted the Doom into being an AoE. So like if you stay in that big AoE, then you get insta killed. But if you move out of it, then you don't. See if we have enough time to get the part 3 done before I gotta go offline for a bit.
going up to give some breeze to the drop.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid.
Excellent. Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop. But those things will still be spit, which is why a prism for the dragon's breath that's... I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more at the helm and the... I need something light.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I...
Tomes. I've got all the Can you take this to him?
Right away.
I think Mid might need some help.
I would definitely say that this part of MSQ where you gotta like run back and forth through the base is a little bit annoying. This definitely feels very much like the MMO fetch quest stuff that is less interesting. But that being said, like this kind of calm back and forth is a little bit of a good breather when you consider all the epic scale fights that you do like before this.
Hippocrates, do you have the moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look
Hey,
at
that's what Himiko says to us in Star Rail. I always have time for you.
Shielding for a mithril edge.
She hadn't yet, as he can...
I see.
I wondered if you might know...
Perhaps.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly, and yet we have made a home here from those
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of... pitch.
Welcome back, Vengeance.
I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm. Nobles would daub their castle walls with it. So if it might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As I shall speak to them, if you would be the knowledge of the path.
Thank you, Hop. And since you're...
So the next thing we have a decision, Jill and Tarja. I think we should bring Jill, cause like as much as I want to basically find more out about Tarja,
So
I
you need
feel
a
like
hand, do you?
I feel like we're obligated to bring Jill.
I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need.
The other can assist.
Can we count on your...
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable.
No more sick 'em
in
Torgal.
my
Oh, we are
research.
always sicking them.
I leave the
Torgal.
decision as to who
Torgal's
goes
always
whom
sicking them.
in your capable. So, Clive, who will accompany?
Always pick Jill. Jill,
Very
I
well.
choose you.
So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane,
Is that Bhagwan?
they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects
Yeah,
for which
Jill,
they were
Jill and
once
Clive
highly
got that
prized. So much
childhood
so, in
friends
fact,
trope
that they were
going.
harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor.
But they're also,
Now, of course,
but they are also matching.
you should be able to find everything you
They're
need at the market in
matching
Northreach.
icon
Is that
dominance, right? Because Jill is
I've been meaning
Shiva
to
and
visit
Clive is
Northreach anyway.
Ifrit.
I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
Oh, thank you, Tarja.
You too, Talia.
I'm doing alright. I'm gonna try to finish this quest before I have to go. I'll be offline for about an hour and a half, and then I'll come back and we'll stream from downstairs.
Where's Jill?
There's talk that the Glassgate flood has finally spread.
Sick'em Torgal. Oh, hold on.
That'd mean half of Oriflamme's under ether.
Torgal is actually Jill's dog, by the way.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and
It's
see?
our dog.
We'll take a couple
No,
of
it's
ingredients
All right.
it's Pacific
What am I
Rim.
looking for?
They're
How
too
about you look
awkward
for the
around
Pepio
each
nuts
other.
and some garlic.
They don't know how to
I'll find
express
the
their
other things we
feelings for
need.
each other,
We
so
can
they
leave by the gate
express
when
the
we're finished.
affection to Torgal, and that's the Torgal's the in between, the go between.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin. Fresh cuts! Come and get them before they...
What can I interest you in today?
Garlic.
I trust it's all here. You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
Buy, sell, or be gone. If that's what you want. Ain't. Go on. Take it.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
We gotta find some chocobo eggs, huh?
Did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into... But before we head back...
Oh, yes. Torgal's like, is it picnic time?
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. Wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
Oh,
would.
yes.
Thank you.
You better say yes, Clive.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... Oh,
You all right?
Chef's kiss.
sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
The words unspoken between the two of them, my god.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
At least they didn't make us find white chocobo eggs.
Welcome back. I hope you two had fun while I was busy helping Harpocrates.
You sound a little salty there, Tario.
How's work on the shielding?
Well, I was just explaining to Ty now that we have all...
You can count on me.
What about the shielding? Its
work is underway.
Apparently.
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Nothing happened, we just had some bread. Yeah, I know, right? Some bread and some pie. And a little bit of soup.
Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here... A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once.
You guys remember Final Fantasy 12? Balthier? I'm the leading man!
Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you.
You guys remember Balthier? I'm the leading man.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
You guys remember in Final Fantasy 12, a lot of people had the complaints that, like, if you set up your gambits too well, the game just played itself. Which was kind of true, but at the same time, it was also, like,
Editor started reading books
ATB, you know? It was technically still ATB, but with, you know, turn-based with auto nowadays.
In a manner of speaking, Harpocrates knew of a substance. He's supervising the construction and testing of the...
Brilliant.
Don't thank me.
Right then, to the black...
The Black Hammer.
You know, when I got into the... I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Didgeridoo-dahs.
Same difference.
Same difference.
Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on it.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest salmon you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Precision walloping. Hey, Zetsu. I'm not gonna. We're about to end soon. I have an appointment in about 15-20 minutes. So we're kind of just like wrapping up this one main quest that's kind of like the interlude. We just had a big fight yesterday with the boss. Yeah. We had a big boss fight yesterday on stream. VODs are cut and posted.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
She got us good. We were about to be like, fetch quested for the next 3 engines.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming.
Aye, aye, Cap.
Is that the thing Toad's trying to build? Yeah. Some sort of chimney stack. Must be quite a fireplace.
Meg told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive, we'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off. No, excuse me.
Not quite.
She said that.
She.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to camp.
Mid. Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. You in a hurry at all, are ya? But got urgent by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding 8.
Thank you,
Don't mean.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canva has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the Free Cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, pun intended, I doubt the Canvarian authorities would take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted. And if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door, which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill. and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle, Uncle Byron.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
True.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Have you any reason to doubt Jill, though? When has she not told you the truth, Clive? Okay. Hopefully this cutscene doesn't take too long, because we gotta save and end stream. Sid's Legacy. Oh, is that his old sword? The symbol? A hammer.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Goots! Oh, old Karen.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Oh, they got matching flowers.
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these.
I think part of the reason we were destroying the crystals was because the crystals was the cause
our
of the
mission
blight,
remains
right? Because
unchanged.
the crystals were basically over-absorbing
We
ether.
cannot stop until every mother crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them.
That's right. They were drawing too much ether out of the
only one that
land.
remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the crystalline dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
It's a good little cut. Okay, but I gotta go back. Wait. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I need to go back to the old hideaway. I need to go back to base. Okay, chat. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I'm gonna end stream here. And, I'll be back after the meeting. And we'll probably be downstairs doing the arts. See you soon. Bye bye.